I have just gone on a $1 million buying spree to find the perfect setup of tools and some equipment for Comston Farm. However, I think I may have made a bit of a mistake because I didn't think I'd actually have to pay the money back. I have a $1 million loan. I got some sweet stuff though, man. But we have a $1 million loan, so we're going to have to get that paid back. We've got the tools to do it. But can we? First things first, we've got to get everything back over to the farm to see exactly what we've picked up and get a tally of all of the equipment that we have. That way, I know exactly what we need to do first. We do have one field that is ready to be harvested, and we've got a bunch of grassland. However, the grassland is not actually in a field. So we're going to have to get very creative when it comes to that work. Though some of the equipment that I have chosen may seem a little bit out there, it's either part of the equipment that the map gives you, or it is equipment that I have seen at the llama show over in Birmingham, UK. This isn't everything, but at least wanted to give you guys a showcase of what we've got. So the Massey Ferguson 5S. This was part of the base game, and I have left it. We have the nice JCB Fast Track 4160, so we have room to grow with the engine. We also have a New Holland T7. This is the 230, again, room to grow. We've got the Claas Evian, which it gives you. We also have Hardy sprayers and K-branded and Horsch everything else. I have gone for these. The K-brand had a massive booth at the llama show, so I said, well, why not? Let's go for it. We've also gone for some Horsch equipment as well. We've got a seeder and a planter. We also have a smaller seeder too, and a front tank, baler, fertilizer spreader. Here's that smaller seeder. This one actually starts with the game, so I kept it as well. Again, I went on $1 million spending spree. We've got an auto loader for square bales. We've got a cultivator, but I also have a mod installed that allows me to create fields with a cultivator, so that's going to come in handy. That's why I didn't get rid of it. And a tipper. I would go with a bigger tipper, but my JCB could pull this, or the New Holland. But if I went with the bigger one, only the New Holland could pull it. So this is basically all of our starting equipment. There is a tad bit more if we swing around here to the cow farm. I just didn't move anything over here. We've got this guy, we've got something for running liquids, and then we've got some front loader tools. Now that you've seen the equipment that we are using, here you go. Here is our $1 million loan. So this ought to be pretty fun. I'm going to put everything back away and we are going to get started. Some of the fields that we have, if we bump around, you guys can see we've got farmland number 10 at 36. We also have, going up here, 2, 3, and 5, as well as the main farm, 35. I've decided to go for a setup over here versus getting something a little bit bigger. So hopefully maybe we can, well, I don't know, pay off our loan early or later. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. These fit in so I can buy more equipment. We'll just put it that way. We also have a logging area, but I have no logging equipment, so we'll have to buy that if we want any logging equipment. We also have this, but can't sell it because it's a bunch of sell points. There's also one other thing. If we take a look here, there's actually a grass field right over here to the right of farmland number 9. There's also some logging areas in between that we might be able to get away with doing a little bit of work on, but some of these areas are locked and some are not. The lighter colored ones are locked, darker colored ones are unlocked. So we may poke around and see what kind of trouble we can get into on being able to harvest some grass on land that, well, we own but can't get to. I'm also going to do one thing to start with right here. This is an area that I drive through multiple times a day. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to delete some shrubbery. Yes, this is one of the new features of Comston here in Farm Sim 25. You can remove fences, hedges, all that kinds of stuff. That's going to make that a whole lot easier. There we go. Already got my little road up through here. I tried to make it look as close to what would be base game as possible. It looks all right. Now, just about everybody's put away. I've tried to keep everything situated so like grass work and that kind of thing is going to be on this farm, and on the other farm we can find our ground care and things like that. So we have seeding, planting, cultivating, and fertilizing. One of the great things is we have a field that's already ready for harvest. If we bring it around, we can see farmland number 2 right here. It is ready. Everything else is a little bit on the other sides of being ready. So I figured this would be the perfect place to start. One of the things that we need to do, though, is build a way to get over to it. Currently, I have to go all the way down. So check this out. Let's go into delete stuff mode, and let's just open up a whole section here. We can also delete this fence, which I'm going to do, but I also want to rebuild some of it so that it's, this looks bad. I think that'll just about do it there. I don't think it's perfect, but I do think that it, might not be able to tell. I certainly can't tell where it was. Oh, I could have just come in right there, huh? Well, whatever. We've got a big field here. This is going to be canola. And it looks like it says it should give us about 20,000 liters out of the whole thing. Hope so. One thing I have got on are the price fluctuations. Usually I use a mod that does not have any price fluctuations, but we do now. So that is going to determine what we save and what we sell and when. So that is going to play a much larger role here. I'm also going to have to learn how to get through really, really tight corners. Let's see. This is usually a lot easier in first person than it is in third person because you don't have to worry about what's hitting in the back. Perfect. We will be getting straw using the extended straw crops. However, everything else is going to be base. So I need to go in here to our steering assist. Usually I would do the 2 headlands. I think that's probably going to be enough. However, with a header this small, sometimes 3 just makes it a little bit easier for, well, someone like me. So let's get it done. Don't have to work too hard. GPS does a lot of the work for you, but you do have to get it. Yeah. Also, no modded capacity on here, so we're gonna have to watch that trailer back there. Man, this thing looks good. As far as I'm planning on, we are going to save every bit of straw that we get. We are going to turn the straw into bales, and we are going to stack the bales up. Might be in a building that does it for us, or we may do it on the side of a building somewhere. However, when inclement weather comes around, our bales may get destroyed. So we do have to be careful of that too. One of my end goals kind of right here is going to be to take both of these fields and break off this area in between them and make them into one. I would love to do that. I think it would be a lot better, maybe, at least a lot easier for me. That's definitely there. Ooh, tight turn. There we go. One other thing I would really like to do with this is experiment a little bit with some of our vegetables and mushrooms, because now we have mushroom greenhouses. I don't actually know if they're profitable whatsoever. I should probably go watch a Farmer Comp video on that, but I would like to do them. Looks like after our first pass around, we're about 41, 42, maybe 43% right here done. At least, well, full. So we will keep that going for one more and then unload. One other thing I'm going to try to do is keep a nice crop rotation. One of the cool things is you can double crop on this map. It actually allows you to do so. So we need to come up with a crop rotation that works really well for us so we can run double crop in some of our regular fields year round. That's also going to mean branching out of our comfort zone and not always doing I don't know, oats and grass. I do love oats and grass though. Let's go get our tractor. One thing I didn't get to show you, I've got some matching weights from my tractors. Yeah! Hey! We may not have a humongous selection of New Holland like we have in the past, but we do have a pretty good selection of New Holland. And with that comes a New Holland weight. I feel like 1,000 kgs is a little bit too, well, little for this tractor. Yeah, but it's working for now. And as long as I can move around this crampy kipper, I will be happy. I've decided to go with this one. However, as soon as some Bailey stuff releases, I do want to switch over from a cramp to a Bailey. Just personal preference, and a Bailey's awesome. So any excuse to use them, I will. Taking a look at our prices for our canola, looks like 3,200-ish bucks around December. Currently being in August, we are near the bottom of that. So we're not going to worry about that too much right now. We will put this in our silo and we will wait till about December. I did want to check on one more thing. Canola oil. Now, this may be something for future use, as any type of production stuff like that is not on the map. The only productions we have on the map right now are logging productions. So there's that. Oh yeah, and I came in here and reset this to 2 passes again. I don't know, but 3 just seemed like it was too much. Also trying to figure out where my money's going. We had 5 grand like an hour ago, and now we're down to 4,100. This sucks. So there is a chance that I may have to sell this canola, or maybe the straw even. Could be. We can also take out more of a loan, which is not something anyone should ever do when they're in debt. But hey, if an opportunity comes along, like for example me, well, there could be an opportunity to buy cattle. Just saying, we've got a cattle farm. We don't have the stuff to take care of them, and I would have to buy all of their feed unless they ate grass every day, which they could. They just wouldn't be as productive, so there's no point to do them if they're not going to be 100% productive. $828 in construction costs. That's what it was. Was that for the fence? I also don't know why that just popped up. Huh. I'm thinking about this too. It's going to take a lot moving into buy seeds. We don't have any yet. I think this is probably why I don't normally do loan challenges. It's impossible. We're getting a little close, 78% right now. Probably a good idea to go ahead and put this over here. Now, could I hire this on a worker? Yes, I could. But I don't have enough money for that right now. I've actually taken a look to see how much it costs just to drive a few. Yes, I'm looking at my productions right now, and I'm fairly positive that these are going to cost me a lot of money. Oh, are these costing me money because they're active right now? Is that what's going on? Maybe that should work. There we go. Anyway, it cost me like $70 to hire one of the workers to drive from the store up to the farm, and I ain't made of gold, so we ain't doing that no more. I'm also not building fences anymore. That was super expensive. You know what? Just so we can get some cash, I think maybe we do sell the straw. I mean, what are we going to get? 3 bales off of this whole field? It's really not putting out much. It's not putting out a lot of grain either, but I guess it's not a massive field. All in comparison, I've been doing a lot of research on productions. All in all, this field number 2 is a whole lot smaller than field number 5 and field number 10, which we have both of those. The last bit right here. We'll bring it down and get it good. Boom, baby. All done with the field. And yes, I did do it at 6 miles an hour. Sup? Let's get this thing kicked out, find out exactly how much we got. I've already forgot how much it said that we should have gotten, so I guess we'll have to find out. Does look pretty cool in that trailer, though. I'll give it that much. There we go. Get rid of the lines, and all things said and done, we got 18,189 liters in there. I think it said something about 20,000, if I remember correctly, but I guess maybe that's for the cool kids and not for DJ. Combine's away, so now let's go ahead and put the grain in the silo. Man, it is not something that I'm used to with putting grain in silo and letting it sit for a while. It's been a few games. Few games. I like the money right now. But hey, playing seasonal cycles is fun too. I just kind of miss it with Farm Sim 17 and 19, but I think that's a me thing and nothing more. So there we go. There's that. I don't think I need to put anything else in here, and I don't think anything other than this trailer is going to come in here, so why don't we just drop it? There we go. Let's go get our baler. And even though we've got 3 tractors, it is kind of interesting that a lot of the equipment that I've chosen is only usable with this T7 here. So that may kind of nudge us in the direction of maybe we should trade out a tractor or 2. The small Massey is going to be probably the least valuable of anything. I bought the New Holland and the JCB, however, the Combine and the Massey Ferguson were already on the map. I like those, but I have a sneaky suspicion that these, like this T7 and the JCB, are going to be a lot more valuable to me. So if we could find something that is UK-esque, that is maybe for sale, we might be able to do okay. But it's going to come down to money at the end of the day. If we come in here, I will say, if we take a look at the Massey Ferguson here, let's see. If we sold it, oh my gosh, $3,000. Never mind. I was going to say there's a really nice Deutz 7 Series in here for about 100 grand, but Never mind. We can buy fertilizer for more expensive than that Massey. We're going to be doing 240 centimeter square bales, as is tradition. We're going to be running this at 6.2 with 2 headlands. And let's go. Turn on. What do you mean? Twin rolls is empty. Square twine is empty? Uh-oh. This might be something I reimburse myself for, because this is real expensive for how much money we've got right now. 875 bucks. Plus, I bought it with it. I ended up resetting it. It had it. I've already paid for this. Back in the bouncy Massey we go. Don't ever say I don't take stuff like this. Yay! Back on the road we go. One other thing I keep forgetting about is contract work. We may have to take a look at contracts through here and see if there's anything that we can get ourselves in trouble with. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to be okay when it comes to contract work. Holy cow. We're going to be millionaires, baby. Look at this. Look, we got some Bailey contracts. Look at that. $59,000 for a square bale contract. Uh-huh. Yep. $56,000 for a mowing contract. That's so dumb. Accept the contract. Yeah, man. The one thing I will not be doing is utilizing the contract boost mod, because I don't want to overdo it too quickly. It's kind of defeats the purpose. Most of the time I have fun and there is no purpose. But yeah, nah, this time around, definitely. Oh, I didn't realize one of the contracts was right beside me. Check that out. Well, this square bale twine's definitely going to come in handy now. Can we go up through there? It's no point. So I guess having the Massey Ferguson did pay off. Oh, I'm stuck between pieces of equipment. There we go. Let's load this stuff in. Might take the whole thing. There we go. All right. 25 out of 32 that it can hold. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's turn it on. Let's get everybody lined up and rock and roll. It's kind of nice to be able to do this a little bit faster than 6 miles an hour. I'm sitting here thinking that contract work is going to bring us 1/10 of the way to our goal of making back that $1 million loan. Very interesting. I wonder maybe if we don't utilize that, because if we do that, it's going to be way too easy. We just do, 20 contracts and then it's done. We need to come up with some type of game plan to say, like, you can use this money, but not that money. So maybe contract money doesn't count towards the overall, but I can use the contract work for bettering my farm, maybe. That could be a good way to do it. Yeah, I think that'll be the way to do it. I will have to do a little bit of maths to go through and to make sure I know exactly how much I've spent on contract work or on the farm equipment, things like that, versus how much money is available for the other. But I think that should be pretty easy to figure out, considering that well, whatever you sell your equipment or sell your crop at the end of the year, it tells you how much you make. So we can just delete that much of our total. Yeah, I think that'll work. So bills are almost done. It's kind of a back and forth thing, so I'm not going to sit around and watch the whole thing. So here we go. We've done fairly good. If we take a look at our window, there we are. Says we're up to 8 bales, which is very nice, but I'll be honest with you, it looks like more than 8 bales to me. I don't know. Well, it says down 10. See, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, maybe that was right. I looked earlier and I thought it said 7. I thought it said 17. I had my hopes up. So this is going to have to go down to our baling contract, but there is one more thing to do, and that is going to be to collect these bales that we just made and sell it. But we can go ahead and put this here while we're around. I think one of the first things I'm going to do with that contract money when it comes in is I am going to upgrade this engine. It ain't bad, but I think this is going to show it right here. Whenever we grab a hold of this trailer, because this is a fairly big trailer, all things considered, with this, especially loaded up with bales, yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. So contract money cannot be used to pay off the loan. However, with this wasn't a contract. How in the world do I get in there with that tractor in the way? I guess I moved the tractor, huh? Because none of this was used, or none of this is contract money, I say that this counts towards paying off the loan. It's not going to be a lot, but at least it'll be something. I also don't know what the price fluctuation looks like for straw, so this might be a terrible idea. Yeah, I mean, there's some price fluctuation, but we're going to get so much straw between now and the end of the year. Yeah, I think we're going to be A-okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just sell this so we've got a little bit more play money. Although, boy, oh boy, is everything far away. So let's hit it. We're getting $100 per 1,000 liter of bale. It's 9,000 liters per bale. It's about 900 bucks per bale, except for one of them. We should do, I mean, it'll be fine. It's not going to be amazing. However, we are going to triple the amount of pocket change that we've got, making it a lot easier for running any workers or anything like that. This is going to make things easier. Open sesame. I think it's funny, so that's all that matters. Let's bring them around. Looking good. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and select that. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Making things easy for me. That is opening. Good, good, good. And we can get a drop in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. All right. $9,100. That is going to allow us to hire a worker much better than we were before. So with that, I think that is a very good place to end it up. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.